the issue to talk about why people seem not to be appreciating. I think we have this quest for short-termism, what you can get now, not what can help you if what you have now ceases. Most of the time, people are looking for what they can get now. So, for such, if you have such a culture, it's not likely that insurance will do very well. Again, I must also say that the level of awareness is inadequate. It's quite low. It's quite low. Then financial literacy. Financial literacy is beyond to read and write. You must understand what financial instruments can do for you.
Now, whose responsibility is it to create this awareness that you're talking about?
It is collective. One, on the side of on the supply side, that is the insurance industry itself. It needs to do much more than it's presently doing in terms of creating those levels of awareness. But also, I must say that the enabling environment must be created by the government. They have a responsibility for letting people know what has been put in the law is not just for the sake of revenue earning, it's also in the interest of those individuals. For example, the law says that you can't drive your vehicle on the road except you carry an insurance, in which case, transfer the liability that will accrue as a result of your driving the vehicle to an institution that can take responsibility. So it will not stop at just instituting the law. They must also follow up by enforcing. So the enforcement aspect of it we have to up the game. The government has to up the game. And by the time you do that, people get to know that this is not just for compliance purpose, it's also for their benefit. You are creating awareness through that process. That's why I say it is a collective effort that is going to drive this awareness process. But I must say, because when we talk about awareness, most of the time people look at the insurance sector. Yes, because they are the primary supplier of this product. So they will be the one to tell the people what they have to offer. Also, I must say that the market we must create more access to insurance through the distribution system. We must leverage on technology. As of today, a lot of sectors are deploying technology to get their products from conception to the consumers. Insurance is just evolving in the insurance sector. So we need to do a lot more in that area. And it's part of the things that the summit seem to want to address. And of course, it will require some collaboration between regulatory bodies, the Commission, the NCC, and probably the Ministry of Finance, if there is a policy issue.
All right, another vision,
like that's right.
Said, another vision that the federal government seems to have is to, of course, perhaps triple the job rate in that sector, or double it, say, from 30,000 people to 100,000 people.
Yeah.
Does this sector have the capacity to absorb this number of people?
Yeah, it's not about the capacity, it's about the potential. You see, what are you capable of doing given the landscape? I just told you, I just gave you the figures. We have over 70 million people that are insurable. You are insuring about 3 million. How do you reach out to more people? You need people. You need to engage more people. And in the process of doing that, people are also empowered. And when you empower them, you are more or less doing what we call backward integration. You are trying to recreate the market for yourself. Because those individuals that will have been jobless, now you have given them job. In the process, they will be in a position to pick up one kind of cover or the other. So, having to expand the market, having to engage more people, these are things that are doable. I will want to quickly refer to the FSS 2020 agenda. Insurance was a part of the things and happened to be part of the committee that worked on the document. All these things were part of the things that were put together. Probably what this the last summit we do, if we can just revisit that those materials and combine with the discussion at the last summit, a lot can be achieved in the sector.
Yeah, a lot of people believe it's all, some of these summits seem to be all talk, no action.
No. I will tell you that this one is with a difference. The Honorable Minister of Finance and the Coordinating Minister of the Economy was at the summit throughout, from morning till evening. I have not seen such happen. That shows the level of seriousness. That shows the level of commitment. All the chief executives, and I mean all the chief executives of insurance companies, were present. Some came with their chairman. So it wasn't a talk shop. It's a serious shop. And beyond that, the mechanism for implementation was set up there and then to be led by the Honorable Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, herself. The Minister of State is involved. The Commissioner for Insurance is involved. I mean, you can't, these are busy people. These are people who will not begin to say what they don't mean. So I want to believe that with the kind of system that have been put in place for now and the timelines that have been given, I want to believe that this is going to end up in something.
All right. Yeah. Let me take you back again to the issue of, I mean, most Nigerians not embracing the insurance scheme. Yeah. For some of them, they are yet to have confidence in some of these insurance companies. Even those who, of course, take up the scheme, there's this complaint that when they have issues to get their insurance company to pay them is an issue. So they would rather not, get into it.
Well, you see, I would tell you that it's more of perception than real. Most of the time, people will tell you that insurance companies, when they get the premium, when it comes to the time of claims, you don't get them to respond. You want to ask such a person, do you have one cover? The most likely answer to say is, no, I had somebody say that. So it's just a more of perception. But I must tell you, perception could be very strong too. Perception could be very strong. But I will also tell you that there has been a lot of improvement in terms of response to claim settlement. Been a lot of improvement. It's just that probably what we will do more is to probably publish some of the claims, although we have issues there too, because you will need the consent of the insured to publish the claims that is paid to them. So these are some of the impediments why we cannot freely start to tell people what we are doing in the areas of claim settlement. I must quickly remind you, not too long ago, one of the major industry lost their factory, and the total claims of about 6 billion was paid by the market. You remember the issue of several air mishaps, and that has to be attended to by the insurance industry. So it's not a claim, it's not a case of not settling claim. I think all we need to do more is to let the people know and make them see the relevance of insurance to their daily living.
All right, just a quick one. Yeah. What in all of this? What's the way forward? Yeah,
the way forward is that there has to be a total restructuring of the system from the supply side. We must quickly see ways and means of making our products available, and we must drive them to the consumers. Let it meet the needs of the consumers. The method of getting it across to the consumers also must be overhauled. The traditional broker agency system must be revisited. The legal framework that is going to drive all this initiative must also be reviewed. A lot of things that we can do. Government also, they are trying, but they must sustain the present initiative. Let enforcement be let's do more in the area of enforcement. It's going to assist and take us to the next level.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Olorundare. Yeah. It's been an interesting conversation. That tongue twisting name. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks for the invitation. I appreciate it.
That was Mr. Thomas Olorundare, Director General, Nigerian Insurance Association. He believes that if the Nigerian insurance sector must move forward, there is need for total restructuring of the system. With that, I say thank you for being part of this program this week. Don't forget to keep a date with us same time next week, as Bolaji Akinwale, your regular host in this program, will be with you. Until then, I'm Chimezie Obi-Wagu. Bye for now.